Guys, it is official. Sean Strickland is going to destroy Israel Adesanya at the end of September. And obviously, I mean verbally destroy him, because Israel Adesanya is going to win that fight. You can bet the house on it. Oh my God, I can't believe this has actually gone through. Let's talk about it. Now, firstly, I want to give all the credit in the world to Israel Adesanya. I am going to bag him a lot in this video, and my God, does he deserve it. But you have to give the champ the credit. He takes on fights that he doesn't need to take on, and he does it for one, his legacy, and for two, our entertainment. So Izzy, for all the shit talking, thank you so much for taking on these fights, man. Number one is he took on Alex Pereira when Alex Pereira was like number 7 in the rankings, and barely number 7 in the rankings as well. And Izzy did that literally just for us and just for his own legacy. But, you know, he didn't have to take that fight. Like, Pereira had beaten him twice at that point in his career. That's a scary thing to think about. Like, someone who had knocked you out cold, flatlined you. Izzy just could have ducked him like Dana White is ducking Bilal Muhammad's title shot. Like, he could have easily done that, but he didn't. He took him on, he called him up early. Might have been a good idea to call him up early when he was still young in his MMA career, not when he was a bit more experienced in it. But it turned into a kickboxing match. Izzy suffered the consequences, and Izzy went straight back in there and tried again. Like, the balls on Izzy sometimes is phenomenal. And also, credit again to Izzy's fighting style. Like, the dude is an amazing fighter. And Sean Strickland, it can be argued, he really doesn't deserve this title shot over Jared Cannonier. Like, it's pretty much 1 and 2 over who deserves it. But Jared Cannonier honestly does deserve it more than Sean Strickland, but the UFC is a business. We're here to make money, and this Sean Strickland fight is going to sell way more pay-per-views than the Jared Cannonier fight. And Izzy didn't have to put himself through the verbal abuse and embarrassment that he is about to receive. Like, Strickland is going to bring it to Izzy in a way that, like, no one else really has the guts to do. Like, I don't know what's, like, Sean Strickland just doesn't have a social switch. He'll just say whatever. I can't believe the amount of random rambling we heard on the Joe Rogan podcast. The guy is, like, properly unhinged. Like, I know he's putting on a bit, but he just says things to say things to be shocking. He's a weird guy. And that Joe Rogan podcast really did show that, like, Sean Strickland, he's not afraid to say it all. Like, no matter how much Joe Rogan was covering for Israel Adesanya and trying to save his public image, Sean Strickland just kept battering him. And in person, one-on-one, we already know that Sean Strickland is way wittier than Israel Adesanya. Like, Izzy is horrible on the mic. Like, all of his microphone moments are these pre-written cringy one-liners because he believes that he is the main character in his own movie. So he, like, scripts everything out that he's going to say. And when it comes to, like, off-the-cuff comments or, like, real moments, the dude is very awkward, very, very awkward. And Sean Strickland proved that in the press conference where they were actually on the stage together and called him out for, like, jerking off for cartoon porn. And Izzy's like, it's not cartoon porn, it's anime porn. Like, that's, Izzy, that's not a win, mate. Like, correcting him on that is not a win. It's almost like going into this press conference, you could play a bit of a Sean Strickland drinking game. Like, you drink every time he says, see, here's the thing, man. Like, drink every time he says that. And then, of course, he's going to bring up, as he said famously on the Joe Rogan, the Chinese slut thing. He's going to talk about how Izzy said, I'm not African, I'm Chinese. And how he's a bit of a culture vulture. And if Sean Strickland actually does bring a Chinese flag with the word slut written on it and give it to Izzy, that's skull your drinks, boys. Right then and there, that's skull your drink. He's going to bring up what Joe was really trying to bury on his show. And, you know, that's Izzy jerking off his dog, which is, like, disgusting. But it's a little game that Izzy likes to play with his dog called Willy Time. That's actually a real video that you can find on YouTube. Joe Rogan was acting like, oh, we can't find it anywhere. I don't know where that is. It's really easy to find. Like, just type in Israel Adesanya Willy Time. It will come up. It's gross. And also, like, Izzy, like, puts food in his mouth and feeds his dog a mouth to... He's like, Strange, man. Again, good on Izzy for having the balls to like get on a pay-per-view press conference stage and just have all this dirty laundry aired out. Like, say what you will about the dude, he's got confidence because he's not scared of having his closet opened up, you know what I mean? He's going to bring up the fact that Izzy's always talking about how he rose from nothing, how he's on this hero's journey story, even though his family was rich enough to afford bathing servants for him all the way up until he was 8 years old. They were rich enough to afford to migrate to New Zealand, which, you know, isn't cheap. I wonder if he's going to bring up how when Israel Adesanya lost to Alex Pereira, he sort of hinted that he had cancer and was talking about Chadwick Boseman and you guys don't know what I'm going through. Like, it's, you know, like, he didn't make excuses. Like, Israel Adesanya took that loss like a champ. Didn't make any excuses at all. He just hinted to and alluded to that he was going through cancer treatment. Not an excuse. Not an excuse. Don't feel bad for me. I'm just a hero, says Israel Adesanya. This is going to be bad. This is going to be bad for Izzy. I mean, it's going to be great for us, the fans, the people who love a bit of internet trolling and just want to watch the drama unfold. But it's going to be a bad week for Izzy. And this is the really impressive thing, like, and it's going to be a win for Izzy because, number one, he's going to add free legacy to his career because obviously he is a way better fighter than Sean Strickland, and Sean Strickland can get knocked out by Israel Adesanya, probably will get knocked out by Israel Adesanya. Izzy can generate amazing power, especially when he's setting up his angles, how he wants to set them up. And Sean Strickland is going to give him the chance to set up those angles because Sean Strickland doesn't move. He just plods forward. And his chin can get caved in. We've seen that. And Izzy can cave people's chins in. We've seen that. So, you know, this is really easy MMA maths. Sean Strickland plus Israel Adesanya equals a KO of Sean Strickland down on the mat, which is going to make that horrible week that Israel Adesanya is going to go through so good for Izzy because he's going to get extra legacy. He's going to get another title defense, another ruby on that Power Ranger UFC belt. But also all the memes after this is going to be when racists get knocked out, when bullies get taught a lesson. Like, the backlash that Sean Strickland is going to receive after this is going to be equal to, if not more, than what Izzy's going to receive going into the fight week. So Israel Adesanya, he's the kind of dude that has the confidence to put up with Sean Strickland's bullshit for the rest of the month and then just knock him out flatline cold, call himself the hero, say that Dricus du Plessis was running for him because of a sprained ankle. Like, it's going to be a massive, massive win in the end for Israel Adesanya. So, I mean, good on him. Good on him for putting up with all that crap. And then I hope he enjoys his win when he gets it because it's going to be well-deserved. Like, he's going to have earned this win after sitting through Sean Strickland for so long. Is there a chance that Sean Strickland can be the next Michael Bisping, the next shit talker that accidentally wins a title? No, there isn't. Michael Bisping won that title because Luke Rockhold didn't take him seriously at all. Go back and watch that fight. It's a really, really quick fight. But during the callouts, Luke Rockhold looks so bored with the situation. He's almost insulted that he even has to show up to work that week to fight Michael Bisping. I don't think Izzy is going to be in that mindset. I think Izzy is going to be pissed off and is going to want to really, really hurt Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland isn't going to be going in there and getting that lucky shot in that Michael Bisping got. I mean, it'll be hilarious if it does. The UFC will give Izzy another shot at the title. He'll get an instant rematch again. But like, for Sean Strickland to really like be the champ and stay the champ, he's going to have to beat Israel Adesanya twice, right? And not only is it going to be hard for Sean Strickland to beat him once, but you're going to have to ask him to beat Israel Adesanya twice. And then he'll be able to cement himself as a champion. Guys, that's just, it's not going to happen. It is absolutely not going to happen. So the question is, let me know down in the comments, what is on your list for the Sean Strickland press conference drinking game? What do you think he's going to be saying in the press conference? How do you think the fight is going to go? Do you think that Sean Strickland has anything more than a puncher's chance of beating Israel Adesanya? Because I don't. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, guys. If you've been enjoying these videos, maybe consider subscribing. I'll see you all in the next one.